What's up, guys? Welcome to episode 268 of the Monday Night Wars. I'm Chad Toxin. Joining me, as always, is Jmack Gaming.
Hello, Chad. It's me. I keep forgetting what episode number we are on because this is the longest-running TW series of all time.
True.
5 years. I don't know if that's entirely true. Sorry, I don't want to step on any toes or anyone.
It's the longest-reigning TW series on this YouTube channel.
Yeah, I mean, the cock lasted fucking 4 episodes. Thanks, mod makers.
How long my cock usually lasts.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, you're gonna be hearing that one for a while, Chad. Just know. Yeah. All right. Let's move forward.
Let's move on now from that.
We're here in the Nassau Coliseum, Chad.
Yeah, in a pre-show about that terrible wrestling and knocks the crowd of you. Mikey Whipwreck defeated Lenny Lane with the whippersnapper.
Yeah, that he did.
Oh,
and
in a pre-show about... Oh, sorry, it's your pre-show.
Yeah, get the... Evan Courageous beats Marty Jannetty with a 450.
Oh, yeah.
All
right, so we are... The ring match, the show starts. We are... Scott Styles on the microphone, and he says, "Hey, yo! This is another episode of Hey Yo with Scott Hall. I'm Scott Hall. And this is Eric Bischoff, my guest tonight. Eric, I came on because I invited you onto the show because you had something you wanted to say." Yes, you're right, Scott, I did. I came on tonight because I wanted to show the world our next big WCW project. Now, everyone, listen, this has been a long time coming. Your fans have been asking for it. I hear you asking for it. I know what you want. And Uncle Eric's going to give it to you. You've all been asking for the Scott Hall movie.
Yeah.
Well, guess what? I have been providing it for you. It has been a year of working on this film. And guess what? We've got a trailer. And I'm going to show each and every one of you it right here, right now. Roll the footage. And it shows. And it's like, you know how it has like the voiceovers? It says, in a company filled with men, one God rules them all. And it just shows like footage of like Scott Hall like beating people up. And he says, and it just shows like, and it's just like a big montage of like all of like Scott Hall's like big moments. And they have like him in like Razor Ramon gear, and like it doesn't show any like WCW stuff. Like you hear like, "Oh my God, that's," and then it's like Eric Bischoff says Scott Hall over where it would say Razor Ramon.
That's Scott Hall.
Oh my God, that's Scott Hall.
2 different, clearly distinct voices.
One man climbs the ladder of success, and it shows like the first ever ladder match with Razor and Shawn, and it's just rewriting history. It's just like, oh my God, Scott Hall has won the ladder match. And then it shows like the NWO, and it shows like Scott Hall, like it shows like a close up of Scott Hall and like no one else. Hulk's not in it, Nash isn't in it, and it's just an entire highlight. And then it says, and then it like shows a clip that says, "But one man tries to get in his way," and it pans out, and it's just like this like it just shows like it pans out, and it's actually Adam Sandler dressed up like Kevin Nash.
Oh,
and he's just like hoo, 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 look at me, I'm Kevin Nash, hoo, 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 and like, you know, doing his Adam Sandler shtick. And then and it just making fun of it. It like shows him like tripping and falling and like being like his Adam Sandler shtick, but like dressed up as Kevin Nash. And then it shows Scott Hall, and then like and then it cuts back to another footage of like Scott Hall attacking Kevin Nash again, like as if to look like, you know, it was Adam Sandler, but it's actually Kevin Nash again, like the clip. And then it shows one man's battle to claim back what he never lost. is shot at the top. This is Scott Hall, the story of a bad guy turned hero. Coming soon to theaters. And Eric Bischoff, he's like, I think I'm gonna cry. That's just to quote another guy in this industry. That is such good shit. which that pops the crowd. I was just like, Eric, listen, I'm so impressed with this movie. It was awesome. Thank you so much. No, Scott, thank you, because listen, you're the only one. Hulk left. Hulk left. He left the NWO, and Hulk's not here right now. Hulk's gone. Hulk went and got his bum ass injured. Kevin Nash, he betrayed the end, but you're one of the ones that stayed, and I'll never forget that. So thank you so much. It was the least I could do, and you're gonna beat Kevin Nash at World War III, and I know you will. I would bet my job on it. And then with that, Kevin Nash's music hit, and Kevin says, "Listen, I gotta tell you, that movie's definitely gonna win an Oscar for Best Acting, but I don't think it's going to be for anything Scott Hall's done in that movie. No, I think it's going to be Eric Bischoff, because listen, Eric, that was some top-notch acting that I just saw you there. Listen, I don't know who taught you how to fake cry. Probably all the times you have to beg Ted Turner to keep you around. Listen, that's just terrible. That movie looked horrible. Listen, I love The Sandman. I love some Adam Sandler, but that isn't very good. And listen, you can't write a better movie than what's going to happen at World War III. You can't write a better movie than Kevin Nash, Jack knife power bombing Scott Hall in the middle of the ring. Or maybe I'll do it outside in the parking lot, because it can be Falls Count anywhere. And finally, and once and for all, putting to bed the NWO. It doesn't get better than that. Yeah, the two outsiders. A man who I called a brother. A man I called a friend. I'm going to finally shut your mouth. And Eric, I'm glad you said you'd bet your job on it, because after I'm done with Scott Hall, I'm going to make sure you never work in this town again. And Eric Bischoff, he gets right up and he slaps Kevin Nash right in the face. And then he rolls out of the ring and runs through the crowd, and Scott Hall follows with him.
All right. That it?
That's it.
All right. We move on, Chad. We move on. Fuck you, Eric Bischoff. Oh, jeez.
Wait. We move on to this tag team match. So basically, Val Venus and Stevie Richards, they show up and they're wearing like white dress shirts with like black ties and like black dress pants. And you know, Val Venus, it starts to play his music, his "Hello, ladies," and starts to show his music. Like he like cuts them off and says, "Stop. That is inappropriate. That is something that we can't show on TV. And don't worry, because me and Steven Richards over here, we're going to make sure that you people at home don't see anything that's inappropriate. Children watch this show, and that's okay, because we are right to censor, and we are going to make WCW family fun and wholesome for all ages." And then Jamie Noble and Randy Savage come out. And they're particularly rowdy today. Like they don't want any of this family entertainment. And about that, a decent reaction of the crowd in Subpar Wrestling. Jamie Noble and Randy Savage defeat Val Venus and Stevie Richards when Jamie Noble taps out Val Venus with the guillotine choke.
Good for him. Good for Jamie Noble getting a win.
Yeah, good shit.
All right, we move on to, oh boy.
We are backstage. Sick Boy and Low D. Low D doing push-ups, working out. Sick Boy's just hanging out. He's not doing really anything. Rick says, "Now listen, you two. I know what it takes here. It's not going to be easy. That Lord of War, he's a big son bitch. But listen, Low D.
A big son bitch.
He's a big son bitch. But listen, Low D, you can do this. I know you can. Right? Listen, but you know why? Because you're scrappy. You're crafty. And you're wily, and that's what we need. And you, Sick Boy." And Sick Boy just looks at him and says nothing. He says, I'm just so damn proud of you. And just taps him on the back. and says, "You can beat Brett, all right? Because listen, you got something he doesn't have." And Lodi says, "Heart?" He says, "No, he's got heart. It's literally his last name." Guts? No, he's pretty gutsy. He's pretty gutsy. It took a lot to, it took a lot of guts to come back from the screw job. No, you've got, and then Lodi says, "What's he got?" And Rick Rude says, "Well, if you shut up, Lodi, I'll tell you what you got. You got me." That's good, because not only are you sick, boy, but you're also rude. It pays to be rude.
It pays to be rude. I like that. I like that a lot. Let's go. Lodi. Fucking Lord of War.
Got a 51. That ain't terrible. I thought that didn't have much heat and a terrible wrestling. The Lord of War defeated Low D with a pinfall.
Yeah, there you go. Lord of War off the game though, so.
Oh man, Lord of War, we try to push you. Here backstage, Bubba Ray and Devon. You know what they're doing backstage, Justin? They're having a cookout. They're in the locker room. They got a grill. They got the tag team championships. They're having a party. And they say, "Dudley's, what are you doing?" And they go, "Listen, we're not booked to wrestle tonight, but we gotta tell you something, all right? We think as champions, it's our job to lead by the example in the locker room, and we couldn't think of what better way than to have a cookout for the boys." And there's like a lot of jobbers backstage, And then and Devon says, they're hanging out, and somebody says, "Wow, it's nice to see that the Dudley boys, they got a soft spot. It's nice to see that." And then Bubba says, "I'm sorry, did you just say a soft spot?" They go, "Well, yeah, thanks for having like this barbecue. This is great. You got an entire table here full of like food. We love that." And he says, "Devon, did they just say that we're soft?" And Devon says,
"Soft?
Oh, my brother! Testify!" And they just start kicking ass. And they hit 3 Ds on every single person on all the tables for the cookout. They clear an entire room.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. All right. Well, Bubba did not, or Devon doesn't. Devon needs scripts. All right. Got it.
Okay. Well, good thing you only had one line. So we come back, and of course, the Right and the Regal take on TCP, and at World War III, and in a decent match, Alex Wright defeated Sid Vicious with an STF.
There we go. Wow. Alex Wright getting the big one.
They got pretty good chemistry.
All right. Move on. Oh, boy.
Steiner's backstage. It shows him. You walk in as he's like doing push-ups, and you hear 700. That's right. I just did 700 fucking push-ups. He was like, "How many more people are going to be in World War III doing 700 push-ups? None of them, because they're a bunch of fat, out of shape nerds." He said, and then he's like holding, like he picks up like a lead pipe, and he like bends it over his knee. He says, "You see that? You see that? I could do this to anyone if I wanted." And he like throws it off to the distance. And then he says, "Yeah, I go through it with your microphone that I threw last week." He says, "Listen, I'm going to spend this entire week training and getting ready for World War III. Because I'm going to win it, damn it. And there's nothing, and I mean nothing, I've wanted more in my life than to win World War III. Because the way I look at it, it's not just a match I'm winning. I'm winning a match that's going to have the best of the best in it. And if I beat them, then I'll prove what I already know, which is I'm the best. And anyone else, they are the less. Ha!" And then he says like 701, 702, and just starts doing push-ups again.
There we go. We got to figure out why you don't get this. What's going on? Oh, oh, man, your locker room's killing you again.
Oh, no. We're going to have to give some people more money.
All right. Oh yeah. Never mind. Here we go.
Got an 81, baby. They treat this match like it's a huge ass deal. Bret Hart comes out with his music. Everyone's cheering at the Global Championship. Sick Boy's music comes out. Rick Rude, comes out. He's like hyping up Sick Boy. Low D's nursing his wounds, but he wouldn't miss his best friend's biggest match of his career. And they come out, and Rick Rude says, "Ladies and gentlemen, I give to you the man who is going to win the Global Championship and beat Bret Hart, the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be, the sickest boy in the game, Sick boy, and Sick Boy comes out, and he no souls everything. He just like walks out like nothing. He just like looks forward and just like walks to the ring. He doesn't even high five people. Arms are down, just like walks in the ring like nothing. Gets in the ring, and then the match starts. And it was a decent match, but Bret Hart beat Sick Boy in 12-17 with a victory roll. He didn't even crank out a sharpshooter. Just rolls him up and makes defense number 7 of the global title.
You get fucked, Sick Boy. All right.
Then after the match, Kurt Hennig hits him with the perfect plex and says, "You cost me last week, so at World War III, I'm going to take that belt from you."
That's it? That's the promo?
That's it. That's the promo.
Let's go.
We've got the contract signing 100. They bring out Raven. And Raven, he comes out, and it's weird, Justin. He doesn't have the flock with him. This doesn't. He just comes out with his world championship. He sits down comfortably in his chair. And Goldberg comes out. And Goldberg, he sits in his chair too. Goldberg, you see, Raven's in like jeans and like a t-shirt and like a leather jacket.
Mm-hmm.
Goldberg is wearing like wrestling trunks. Like, this man is ready to wrestle, and he's not fucking around. Like, he came out to wrestle. Gets in the ring, and Mike Tenay actually is in charge of this. And he's like, gentlemen, first of all, I just got to ask, please refrain from any violence. We're going to save it for the pay-per-view. But here I have the contract, Bill Goldberg versus Raven for the WCW World Championship. I'll give you both opening statements, and then we'll close we'll close out by signing the contract. Raven, you are the champion. We'll start with you. And Raven grabs the microphone, and he says, well, look who we have here. We're back again, Billy. Me and you. Mano a mano. The streak. Well, sorry. I guess I can't say the streak anymore because, well, you've done nothing but lose since Bash of the Beach, huh? Yeah, you've gotten a couple easy wins. Sure. And listen, you beat McFoley. And McFoley, I've been in the ring with him. Man hits hard. That wasn't an easy win. But listen, you've been not yourself since you lost. And I know you've said that the streak won't define you. You've said that you'll come back from it. But listen, Goldberg, I gotta be honest. I don't know if you can, man. I mean, listen, you come out and you hear those chants, those fans, those kids all going, Goldberg, Goldberg. Listen, you're the man. Some people say you're the face of WCW, which, if that's the case, maybe we should put a paper bag over WCW. But that's not the point. The point I'm trying to make is this. What are all of these people going to do at World War III when you disappoint them again? When you once again can't get the job done against me? A guy who everyone said would never be a world champion. I come out here with my ripped up jeans and my leather jacket and my punk rock shirt, and everyone writes me off. Oh, he's nothing more than an ECW cast off. He's nothing more than a hardcore guy. He'll never be a main eventer. How many pay-per-views have I main evented now? Oh, he'll never beat anyone of importance. Remember when I beat Hulk Hogan? And I don't like to rest on my laurels. I don't need to talk about how I beat Hulk Hogan because, well, let's be honest. I also beat Scott. I beat Sting. I beat Mick Foley. I beat you. I'm going to beat you again. I've shown time and time and time again I'm the best wrestler in this company. And if I'm ever given the opportunity, I'll prove that I'm the best wrestler in any company. You, Goldberg, you're nothing more than a one-trick pony who hits a spear and needs to take a breath after 10 minutes of wrestling because you don't have the ring cardio, the ring ability, or the ring greatness that I have. And yeah, people say, for someone who's so great, why do you have the flock backing you up? And the reason is simple. I've got the flock because I like to give back to those who try. I like to put people on. I like to help people and boost up talent that deserves it. Mike Awesome, Saturn, Chris Kanyon, those 3 guys worked their asses off, and yet time and time again, they got passed down to card by you, Goldberg. You, the spotlight. The guy who threw a fit anytime he had to fight anyone of real talent because you didn't want the streak to end. You're nothing more than a prima donna with no hair who's just angry that for the first time in a long time, the Goldberg shine is wearing off. People see you for what you really are, which is a guy who couldn't hack it in the NFL, so they gave him a contract here. The difference between you and other guys who couldn't make it in the NFL, who have made it in wrestling, is they can cut promos, and you can't. People love them. They're the people's champion. You're the people's mistake. You're nothing more, Goldberg, than a cool entrance and a streak. And you don't have the streak anymore, do you? But you need this match more than I do. Because listen, you can't get the job done against me today, or at the pay-per-view. You're going to expose yourself. While meanwhile, I continue to do what I do every single night I'm on this show. But I'm bangers. I gotta ask you, Goldberg. Before you cut this promo that I'm sure is going to be just so well spoken and well thought out, I can't wait for the wordsmith to speak. But before you do that, I just want you to sit with this. You really afford to lose another match? And Goldberg grabs the microphone and he says, Raven, I'm not going to lie to you. I stopped listening about 5 minutes into that speech because it was just so long and drawn out. I'll tell you what, one thing I did catch. You're right. It has been a tough time for me after the streak. Losing the streak, it did affect me. And I try to pretend like it doesn't because I am all about overcoming. But the streak has gotten to me. But I gotta tell you something, Raven. I disagree with you. You need this match. And you need this win more than me. Because listen, if what you said is true, and these people no longer care about Goldberg, then it doesn't matter if I lose. You want to prove you're the best wrestler in the world? You want to prove that you're the best this company has? And you lose to Goldberg, the guy who couldn't hack it in the NFL? What does that do for you? I guess it proves that everyone who doubted you was right, huh? Listen, let's not sugarcoat this. You don't have the flock because you want to give back. You've got the flock because you don't want to give up. You don't want to give up that championship, and you're going to do anything you can to keep it even, manipulating and brainwashing 3 guys who just want to make a name for themselves. I see right through you. These fans see right through you. And at World War III, I'm going to go right through you when I hit you with the hardest spear I've ever hit anybody, and I take that championship, and it comes back to Goldberg. And after that, Mike Tenay, he gives them both their opening statements. They sign the contract. And after Raven says, listen, Goldberg, one more thing before we leave. And then he takes the championship and clocks Goldberg in the head with it. And Goldberg is fuming. He pushes the table, the whole ass table, and just picks it up and tosses it out of the ring. And he rolls out of the ring. And then Eric Bischoff makes this match on the spot because we needed it in a main event. And here's the match. Justin, are you ready for this main event?
Yes, sir.
Let's go to it. Kevin Nash and Goldberg versus Scott Hall and Raven. It was an exceptional match. Kevin Nash and Goldberg drew with Scott Hall and Raven, but they just all beat the piss out of each other. This was not really a match. They all got in the ring, the bell rang, and they all ran out and started fighting. It was just a fight. They all just fought all around the ring, all around. They were in the crowd, and so that's what happened there.
All right.
And then after that match, if you can call it a match, Kevin Nash gets his hand on Eric Bischoff and hits him with a jackknife powerbomb through the announce table. He has to be stretchered out, Justin.
Jesus Christ. Did he break his neck too?
You might have. He said, say hi to Chris Benoit for me.
Oh, yikes.
Yikes.
And that's 87. Wow.
That's an 87.
We both do 87s on Monday.
That 100 from Goldberg and Raven really saved us.
Yeah, yeah, basically. I mean, look, it was a good Raw. It was a fucking fantastic promo. Everyone, props.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say, did you like that contract sign? Did you like that little?
Yeah, I was actually good. I liked it. I'm stoked for this match, even though we've seen it a couple times, but I'm stoked for it.
Good.
All right, but that's episode 268. Oh man, Thunder gets 69, bro. Oh brother.
Oh brother, nice.
We'll see you then for 69s. Let's go.